Awesome, and we're live. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian J, and welcome to our special guest. It just so happens to be someone that's going to be competing at the 71st Miss Universe here in the United States, specifically in New Orleans. Super excited to have her. She is our third guest so far, and good morning, Miss Universe Belize.
Hi, good morning.
How are you, beautiful?
I am tired, but I'm doing well.
I appreciate the honesty because honestly, I'm tired as well. So I want to thank you. I want to thank your national director, Romeo, for letting this happen. I'm super excited to get a little bit more info about yourself and to have you have the opportunity to make people fall in love with you.
Thank you. I'm super excited for the opportunity as well. So thank you so much.
Yes, of course. So yeah, let's start. I want to make it casual. So let me know what you do today. How was your day or morning? Because you just woke up.
Right. Well, it's pretty early in Belize, so it's 10 a.m. So I had a pretty unconventional morning. I had to get up early, go do my makeup, come back, get dressed for this. So I haven't really started my day in the fullness, but so far it's been good. I like doing my makeup, so.
Oh, you look awesome. I love the lipstick, so
Thank you.
great job. Speaking about makeup and stuff, you're, I would hope, preparing for Miss Universe, and it is less than 60 days away. Do you want to tell me a little bit about your preparation and how that has been going?
Well, for me, the preparation is pretty intense. We are doing a lot because I need to learn how to be able to take care of myself while I'm there. So I'm having makeup sessions, we're doing speech sessions, I'm doing walking sessions because, the most important part of your presentation is that strut that you have. So I've been working on all of those things, putting my lookbooks together so I know exactly what I will be wearing for the different events. It's an all around experience. And I think that the preparation that we put in is really important. So I've done it before for my national pageant. So now we're taking it to another level.
Definitely. Speaking of your national pageant, let's start off, kind of tough right away, because this is what we're here for, to try to test you a little bit and make sure you're ready for Miss Universe. Let's talk about your final question at your national pageant. There was a little bit of a stumble. I want you to take me through that situation and what was going through your head.
Well, I think with any mistake that you make, you get really hard on yourself. So in the moment, when I reflect on it, I was focused that entire night. I was pumped for this pageant. It was now or never. And I lost focus at the very last minute behind the scenes with all the energy and everything. I broke my concentration. And so when I got to that last question, it was more of oh, this is the question that they're giving us. I'm so excited because we've been talking about this all week. So in the midst of trying to remember everything that I want to say, because it's such an important part of history for us as beauty ambassadors, I made one little fumble trying to find the perfect word to use. And I didn't even realize that I stopped. It was in a moment where I was like, oh, you stopped. But as with anything, it's not about how you fall, it's about how you get back up. So I had to pull it together. I had to finish my thought because I had something to share and I wanted people to be aware of my opinion on this. So I had to get over that after the pageant. It was a little bit hard for me to watch that part of it all over because I tend to be very critical of myself as a mathematician. Everything must be perfect all the time. And there are little moments that you forget that you're human. So it was a humbling experience for me as well, because I had to sit with myself and tell myself, it's fine. It's not about the falter, it's about how you recover. And I was able to recover. So I was proud.
You know what, Ashley? Honestly, having that moment on stage, me looking at it, it makes me feel like I'm looking at a more real person. So you shouldn't feel ashamed. You shouldn't feel hard. You shouldn't be hard on yourself, because honestly, I see it and I'm like, okay, she's a real person.
Right.
You
And
really
I think
can't
that's
judge someone off a 30-second answer. It's especially with
exactly.
all the pressure. People have no clue how much pressure you guys are feeling in that moment.
And it's really a high intensity moment, and it tests your character. So I use that experience to inspire other people to not be as critical as they would normally be, or as society would be on us, because you are human, you are bound to make mistakes, but you have to focus not on the mistake that you made, but how you recover from that mistake. So it it wasn't the ideal thing, but I'm glad that it happened. There was room for growth. And as you said, I was able to show people that human side of beauty pageants as well.
Now, do you think that, obviously, I kind of already feel what your answer is going to be, but do you feel like then in pageants, people should, or judges should, automatically take that situation as, she should get the crown or shouldn't get the crown? In your case, you got the crown, even though you stumbled and you still succeeded.
I think overall, you are judged not only in that moment. And that's what happened with me. I was being judged prior to all of that. So the stumble is a test of your character. And I think that's what they saw in me. Because in a high pressure moment with a stumble, I had one of two choices. Either I let that define the moment, or I finish strong. And so choosing to finish strong, it shows that side of me that's resilient. So I don't think that you should be judged on your mistakes per se. I think it's more on your recovery, how you use those mistakes to do better.
I agree with you. And I think you're doing a great job. And you definitely are making people proud because of
Thank
that.
you.
I do want to ask you, when you look back right now, and I've asked, I'm pretty sure I've asked the other two girls, Cambodia and Guatemala, this. When you look back, let's say you just won Miss Universe Belize, and you look back now, months later, less than 60 days to Miss Universe, what do you think was your biggest downfall? And which one is the one that has improved the most?
For me, my biggest downfall was I was confident, but I was not 100% confident going into all of that. I was still second guessing myself in certain things. I wasn't very comfortable. And from then to now, I have seen this growth where even in my photo shoots, I'm more comfortable when I'm taking my pictures. I'm more comfortable showing people who I am. I was very timid. I was very shy, and that, oh, well, I don't want to give too much. But through this experience, just what I have been able to survive through, I've noticed that people need to see you. It's not about your accomplishments. That's great. It's about having people being able to relate to you. And I was afraid in the initial part of this to have people really dig too deep into my life. So
And now that you mention, it's about you, I want you to take this opportunity and tell us a little bit more about yourself. Tell me, like, who is Ashley? Who is Ashley in the core? Like, what is her human side?
well, I am this little Caribbean girl that is not from much affluence, but I was able to make something good of myself. I have my master's, my bachelor's, but apart from that, I am very community based. So I'm very involved in my community. I try to give back as much as I can. I try to work with young girls, as I do work with them as much as I can. I am a teacher, I am a banker, I'm a daughter, a sister. I am a regular person. And I think that's what people miss a lot. They see beauty queens, people see me in glam and they're amazed, but they also see me out in grocery stores in a t-shirt. And it's like, wow, we have a grocery store here called Publix. You're actually in Publix? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a regular person. I do regular things. I like to go out with my friends to the movies, to little parties. It's just a regular vibe.
I love that. Speaking of movies, I'm a big movie fan, so I gotta ask you, what was the last movie that you saw?
I went to see the new Black Panther movie on last week Friday. Have you seen
So
it?
good.
It was
Yes.
amazing.
Opening night.
Yeah, it was amazing.
The only thing I was upset was Angela Bassett. What happened with her? Sorry, spoiler alert.
I'm not
It
gonna say
happened
too
way
much,
too soon,
but yeah, it got
and I
my
got
mom
mad.
heart.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Earlier you told me that you have yeah, you've studied. I've heard from a little birdie it's math.
Yes, so it's not
That scares
conventional.
me.
Why?
It's difficult. Math is difficult, and I feel like, at least from the experiences I've had in school, I was not very good. Give me social studies, amazing, but math,
The issue. So I am a mathematician. I have my degrees in math. It has been a struggle. People don't know that. I actually failed when I got into my undergraduate degrees, and I had to push through that. So I use that experience to show people that it is hard, but it's 50% what you put in and what you get from your teachers. I advocate for math, especially women in math, because it's not something that you find very often. People are always amazed when they find out that I'm a mathematician. It's a little bit well, it's not taboo, but it's far-fetched. So I have to let people have a better experience with math. As you said, you think that it's hard because of the experience that you've had. So if we're able to counteract that from a very young age, we can produce better mathematicians. And apart from that, people that are more enthused about the subject. So that is what I'm advocating for currently.
is that part of your the platform that you've developed for Miss Universe?
Yes, so I advocate for women in STEM, specifically that M that stands for mathematics. So STEM is technology, engineering, and math. And I want to have more females involved. In my studies, I was one of two, maybe three females in my class. So it's a very male dominated field, but that doesn't mean that women don't make these wonderful strides in math. If you look at the history of it, women actually formulated a lot of the theories that we work on right now. So I am trying to get more Belizean women enthused about it. So through that, we are able to build an economy that has people that are more math literate, because math is really used in every single aspect of life. So I'm pushing as hard as I can for that. I go to schools, I talk about my experience. I'm also a teacher, so I do my part in the educational system. I work with the Ministry of Education. So we are developing programs and camps for young girls and boys for them to have better experiences. So they're more enthused, they're more excited, and they tend to, go in that direction rather than the mainstream business that we find in the country.
I don't know why, Ashley, when I look at you and hear you, I kind of feel like you would be a political figure. I don't know why. Are you interested in politics?
I am. So my family has, like, they're very interested in politics. So it's something that I've been around for a very long time. So I have been meeting with people. I am in the rural areas of my country. It all falls into place with my advocacy, with me being Miss Belize. It's all a part of this journey that I've been on. So it's amazing. Indirectly, I didn't know that I was being equipped with these skill sets. And yeah, it's just falling into place. So maybe you will hear me running for office in my country.
I can see that. I don't know why. You just have kind of like that vibe. So well, I don't live in Belize, but if I did, you would have my vote. It's at least one vote. Okay.
One.
Yes. You were talking to me about Belize a little bit. So I want to know what is something, now that we're talking about politics and everything, that you feel like Belize needs help on, and what is something that really is something that Belize has to offer the world?
Okay, so the first part of that, we are a country that is very young. So Belize is in its 40s, and we are still developing. So I think that incorporation of technology into lives is something that we need to work on. And you could see where we're working on it. A really shell shock. Well, it was a shell shock for us. We had to incorporate every aspect of life. So I know now that the people and the government are seeing the need for us to have greater strides in technology. We have to have people that are able to get us where we are supposed to be. So that's one thing we need to work on, but slowly. In terms of what Belize has to offer, if you have never been to Belize, I highly recommend it. I've been to quite a few countries, well, and it has no comparison to what I find at home. Belize is a melting pot. That's the one description every way. We have different cultures. We have about 6 different cultures that you can find in the country itself. So that is different food all around. The food is amazing here.
I'm sold. I'm going over.
Right. It's out of this world. Things that you don't even imagine. Our national dish is rice and beans, but trust me, you have never had food like that until you come here. Apart from that, the warmth of the people is by far my favorite thing. You can come to Belize and you could be walking down the street and you have a random hour-long conversation with someone you don't even know, because we're just so welcoming. Everybody is here to support you. We're very passionate about politics, and during that time, that's when the division happens. But
Yeah.
it's a country filled with love. We have a very lovely rainforest, but if you don't come here, you would never feel what Belize actually is. It's an experience.
That's it. Romeo, I know you're watching. I better be invited to Miss Universe Belize next year because I want to explore Belize and I want
Yes,
her as my tour guide.
yeah, I'm excited for you to come. You should. Honestly, we have everything. We have ruins, we have forestry, we have everything. So the only thing
I feel like that's a Caribbean thing, though. What you were saying about like stopping in the middle of the street and having an hour-long conversation with someone you absolutely don't know, that's definitely like a Caribbean thing. Because I'm from Puerto Rico, and I can see that happens a lot.
right,
So that's really nice.
it is.
And it's interesting. Let's keep on talking a little bit about your preparation for Miss Universe. I know I have to ask this. I know you probably can't tell me a lot, but I want to know about gowns, national costumes. What could people expect? What is your package that you are presenting the universe?
So if you had seen my gown, well, you have my gown for my national pageant. It was
It was
beautiful.
pretty. Yes.
So we are using the same designer and we are upping that design. So
Ooh.
it will be colorful. I can't really give too much, right? But it will be colorful. It's stunning. It is just gorgeous as that dress that I wore. It is a depiction of the warmth of Belize. So that is something you could look forward to. In terms of the national costume, it is a direct reflection of that Belizean experience. There are things that are unique to Belize, our barrier reef, our forestry. So we are on what we have to offer as a country in terms of our resources. So look out for Belize on the international stage.
International, yeah. I'm excited for you. I gotta say that right here, when I have you in front of me in video, you are much more captivating than what I see in pictures. And I love that. That is definitely a plus. So I can only imagine and hope that in person you're 10 times more beautiful than you are right here.
Thank you.
So
Meeting when
you're
you come to my pageant.
Yeah, you're gorgeous. I wanted to tell you or comment to you. I'm sure you already know that Miss Universe has a new owner. Uh, and she is a billionaire from Thailand. And that's very exciting. Honestly, if I was competing, I'd be excited. I'd be like, wow. Like, so how do you feel?
I think it is a wonderful experience for her to be from Thailand. I like working with people that are from different ethnicities because it gives you that opportunity to go outside your own little bubble of what you know the world to be. So I am super excited to get the chance to know her and to figure, what I can learn in terms of what she's about. I also read this morning updates that the new Miss Universe and the second and third runner up will be traveling to Thailand, and Miss Universe will be working closely with her. So that is an exciting venture to be that is totally different from your daily life. I am excited. This is going to be something beyond measure.
Now, let's say you had Anne right in front of you and she looks at you. She stares at you. No one else is around. She stares at you and she's like, Ashley, what do you have to offer the universe? What makes you a leader?
Outside of my traditional training as a mathematician, my seriousness, and my regular leadership skills, I have that Belizean warmth that is something of home. So I'm able to let people feel like they belong. And I think that is what's lacking in our world. We have so much division with wars and different things that are happening that people don't have of being safe. And I want to offer to everyone so they know that there is this one figure, this one icon that can make it one universe. And that's what I'm striving to do. Everyone has equal opportunities with me as a person, regardless of your creed, your race, it doesn't matter. I am here to welcome you. I'm here to learn from you and have you learn from me as well.
I like that.
Thank you.
Good job. So, Ashley, go ahead and tell people. I just want you to share with people the most honest side, the biggest struggle you've ever had in your life, because I honestly feel that's when we connect the most with contestants. So, go ahead and take this opportunity just to maybe open up your heart a lot, so people could like just reach in there and be like, I like her.
Well, what a lot of people don't know about me, it's very common here in the Caribbean to have a multi-functioning family. So I've been raised with my grandparents, my mother, and my adopted mom. So I am from three different households. It is very hectic. Sorry, did it pause? Oh, there you go. It's very hectic, but it has shaped me into a person that is adapt in any situation that I am put in. It has been very hard to be able to stretch myself between three homes, especially now life, finding who you are and playing a role in three different households, it tends to get overwhelming. So in my early 20s, I had a very hard time coping with finding balance. I did the regular, what you would do. I enrolled myself in therapy to make sure that mentally I am where I'm supposed to be. While studying and navigating through your entire life, you can lose yourself. And I think coming into your 20s is a very hard patch from being a teenager to now being an adult. So apart from my strong advocacy for women in STEM, I also try to advocate for mental health because a lot of people, especially here in my country, they don't pay attention to your mental health. And it's important because you can be whatever you dream to be, but if you're not mentally there, it doesn't make any sense. Struggled with finding myself and getting myself to where I am. So that's my story.
I love that. That's honestly, I applaud all the Miss Universe girls or any beauty pageant contestant that talks about mental health, because there's always this stigma about beauty pageants that it's all plastic and just about the looks, but there's so much more behind these people. And in the pageant community, when we fall in love with a girl, yeah, sometimes we fall in love with a girl that does the twirl and the crazy catwalk and the personality, but a lot of times the girls that capture our hearts are the ones that are most real. And talking about mental health is so important because it inspires so many people to take that seriously. And like you said, coming from a Caribbean country, mental health is kind of like looked at like, oh, just kind of get over it. And it
Right.
doesn't work.
It doesn't work that way. So right now, especially with the girls that I work with from my old high school, it's cheerleading, but I offer a well-rounded experience where they have a safe space where they are able to express themselves. They're able to talk about these things that other people might not be interested in hearing, because you need to let things out. And in cultures where that is not something that they do, you can lose yourself.
You're right. You're totally right. You can lose yourself. So I appreciate you for talking about that. And I wanted to ask you, when you're at Miss Universe, you're going to have a very short interview of just 7 minutes, and it might seem like a lot, but it's not a lot, especially when there's so much that you want to share. What is something that you need to share that you looking like thinking back right now before it happens, you're like, no, I need to share this. I cannot get up off that chair or off that podium without sharing this. What is that?
The one thing that I need them to know is, from this experience, regardless of the outcome, I am grateful for the stance that I'm able to play, because my role as Miss Belize or as Miss Universe is not for me. It's not a personal thing. It's for the communities that I represent, the Caribbean community, the Black community, those little girls that are from different parts of their country that are not considered great and that are not considered well in life. I want them to know that I have struggled, and my reason for doing this is to show every other person, male or female, that regardless of your struggle, you can be anything that you want to be. The possibilities are endless. Through them just having me there, it is a testament of what I stand for.
Amazing. It we think back and we can look at Belize maybe not being one of the biggest names or a powerhouse, like we like to call it, in beauty pageants. So, what would you say to someone that says, "Hey, Ashley, Belize can't win. They just, it's not a powerhouse." What would you say to someone that said that to you?
It's not about their history, it's about what that person, well, me, and whoever comes after me plans to do in the moment. We are not a powerhouse, but we have potential to be a powerhouse, and we will get there. We are working extremely hard to ensure that myself and all the other girls that come after me have the preparation there. Belize has a wonderful way of showing the world that we are small, but we are mighty. And we're getting there. So they need to give me a break. Let me get on the stage and give whoever else comes after me a break. Let them do it as well. We're a small country, we're learning, but with everything, what you put in is what you get out. And we are putting in the work.
I love that. I love that. And honestly, I'm probably gonna sound like my last interview with Miss Cambodia, but I gotta say, I feel like we have in our present one of the best Miss Belize contestants that we ever had. I really like your energy. I like your beauty. You seem special. You have a story, and I'm just excited to see you on the Miss Universe stage. And I can't believe we're just weeks away. Weeks
Right.
away.
I'm all like, my mind can't register how quickly the time has passed. And I feel like there's so much to do. So the nerves are starting to build, but I'm using that energy to make sure I put in the work that I need to. So when that stage, when I get in that presence of what I'm going to do, I am ready.
I like that. I like that you said I am ready. Well, Ashley, I want to appreciate you so much for sharing much more about yourself. I know a lot of people are really excited to see you because I feel like they have that just that spark from you. They got that, they can see that spark that you have. So it really excites them. And I want you to know that a lot of us support you, and we're really excited to see you on the Miss Universe stage. I will be there screaming for you every second, prelims, national costume, whatever, every single time. So I'm super excited for your participation. And you honestly are an amazing woman. And yeah, people need to follow your journey towards Miss Universe, which again, days away. Crazy. We could say that.
We're literally in December already.
Yeah, it's wild.
It is. But thank you so much for having me. It has been a really great experience. I love the interview. It's like we're just getting to know each other. So I'm looking forward to meeting you when we are in New Orleans.
Yes. What day are you arriving? Do you know yet?
On January the 4th.
January the 4th. Okay. Then I might come across with you in the airport because I'm arriving the 4th as well. So so super excited.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah, last any words that you want to tell your fans, your community, the pageant community? The floor is yours.
I would just like to thank everybody for the support that they have been offering me so far. It has been fueling my journey. I can't do this without people behind me pushing me. And I would just like to encourage everyone to continue to support not only me, but all the other contestants. So they have what they need to get there. We are representing our country, and without that support, we are nothing. So, and I look forward to making everyone proud.
I love that. You're amazing. And I can't let you go without presenting yourself. Don't give me 100% because I want you to save that for the final night or for prelims. But I do want you to say your name, your last name, and your country, just because I know the pageant community wants to see that. Yeah. And it gets them all riled up and excited. So.
Oh, but they can't even see my sash.
Oh, but they know who you are, and they know who you are. They know who you are.
Well, I am Ashley Lightburn, and I am representing Belize.
Yes, and the crowd goes wild. Well, guys, again, I want to appreciate Ashley for giving us this opportunity to get to know a little bit more about her. She's absolutely stunning, as you guys can see. Miss Universe is quickly approaching, so I want you guys to go follow her and give her so much love, so much support, and make her, you know, like she said, give her more fuel so she can bring Belize that crown or a placement at Miss Universe. I'm super excited to see what will happen from here to Miss Universe for you. And I can't wait to support you. So guys, go check out her Instagram and follow her journey towards Miss Universe 2022. I want to appreciate you guys for being here. You guys are amazing. Remember, in about 20 minutes, I'll be live with Miss Universe Iceland, your sister queen. Yes. So make sure you catch that. And remember, we're going to have a few more interviews. I know the girls are getting more and more busy. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys again. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I will see you later.
Bye.